What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is MrHurriicane. In this video I wanted to focus on the graphical side of Madden 18 and focus on weather and how the game looks at various times of day. We also have these new team intros and I have a bunch of them recorded here. Not every team or anything, but I wanted to show how weather looks at different times of day and how the weather effects look in general. Madden 18 is a pretty good looking game thanks to the Frostbite engine and a lot of the improvements that has brought. So we'll travel around the NFL here, take a look at many stadiums, most of them outdoor of course, and I also have the Falcons' new stadium shown later, both with the open roof and the closed roof. So we start things pretty basic here, just 1 o'clock, clear skies, although there are some clouds there. I didn't have it set to partly cloudy, but we got some cloud action anyway. And you can see how lighting changes as we go from noon to the afternoon and to the primetime games. And if you're looking for more of the gameplay impressions, I do have videos of that on the channel already, so check those out. This one mainly just focused on the graphical and visual side of the game. Here is a late afternoon game with the Los Angeles Chargers playing in a smaller stadium. While a new one gets constructed, it's significantly smaller than every other NFL stadium. Looks more like a smaller Division I college game, and I really wonder how the atmosphere is going to be at the stadium this year and just what that experience is going to be like. Nice touchdown grab here by Mike Williams. I haven't seen that animation before. And again, we get some clouds even though I wanted clear skies. Here is 6:30 in Jacksonville, although I'm not sure when exactly you'd see a game at this time in Jacksonville. I don't remember watching any football at 5:30. This might be for playoff games or something, and I think the Super Bowl starts around 5:30-ish, 6:30 Eastern. But you'll see how the lighting looks as the sun is beginning to set, and then Jacksonville at night. And I love the way the stadiums look in the primetime games. I know there's like no lighting to really focus on. I love the bright vibrance as well, but I just like football at night for some reason, and it looks great. And I think where Madden's visuals kind of look the best are night games in the rain. Rain has been a focus for a lot of different developers when it comes to this generation of consoles. So many games have had highlighted the rain, whether it be Drive Club or Watch Dogs in Chicago, or infamous Second Son, which takes place in Seattle, and we see the rain here. And I have some other clips later showing off the rain, and I think that the rain gameplay looks fun. I'm making it more cinematic now, but there is a smaller bit of gameplay later on. I just like these intros too much and wanted to show you a lot of those. That's a new feature in the game. Here is Cincinnati, little noon rain, although it looks like it's a little bit later in the day. And then we'll head out to Seattle, and I think this is my favorite recording of this entire session here. It's a mid-afternoon game, so we're not quite with the sun setting. So we do get a bit more light in the stadium, and everything just looks great in Seattle. Maybe it's the jerseys also helping out. I like their uniforms. But I just felt this was a really cool sequence, and I think these help set the tone. For me, making videos in franchise mode, I obviously love this, so I can try to create a mood before a game and try to get you guys hyped up for big matchups. So the team intros are definitely a nice touch. Here we got a deep ball from Russell Wilson, laying it into Tyler Lockett. You'll see a lot of the splashes as the players take their steps or fall on the ground. And I really like the rain this year, although I prefer seeing gameplay in the snow. I have made snow gameplay videos for a long time on the channel, but the snow to me was a little bit underwhelming, probably because they made the field a little bit too easy to see. Whereas I know playing the little bit of snow games I did in Madden 17, played with San Diego, didn't really get a lot of snow games. But I remember the field being a little bit harder to read. Now they kind of have cutouts around the numbers and along the sidelines, so you kind of have a better idea of where you are. Plus it's a very thin layer of snow in the first place, and as players take steps, a little bit of snow kind of gets lost with every step. So after a while, you're not really dealing with a whole lot of snow on the field at all. Here is some primetime snow action. New England Patriots. Once again, the game at night looks great. I wish we could get like a heavy snow option, but I guess I'll be okay with this one. I can't stand snow in real life, but when it comes to football, I guess I just cheer for chaos too much, and I just want the messy football that comes with these terrible field conditions. So here's a little look at Tom Brady throwing the football here in the snow as he takes a little hit at the end there. Now, I wanted to go to Minnesota, and while it is an enclosed stadium, they have so many windows, lots of glass in this stadium, so you get a lot of light to shine through and a lot of shadows as well. And you can see a lot of this in Madden 17 with the stadium being in the game. And here's a look at it here in Madden 18. The Viking Stadium looks awesome. One of the best looking stadiums in the game, I'd have to say. Look at Adam Thielen. He just catches absolutely everything. Spec catch through the roof. Let's go on to Philadelphia here. 4 p.m. overcast. And I think overcast looks a lot better in this game than it did in the past. I played a lot of overcast games in my Chargers franchise, and it made the stadium and everything look really kind of bland. And I wanted a little bit more brightness and vibrance. So I think that while obviously you're not going to get a ton of light here, it is overcast, it looks better. Here is 4 p.m. rain in Denver. And again, I think it looks pretty good. Even when the sun isn't directly shining on the field, I think you get just a better picture. It's not as dull as it was last year. As far as the player detail goes, I think that looks very good, especially for the players who have the face scans. They look excellent. Here's Pittsburgh at night. That shot right there was really cool. No sunlight, but the stadium lights still create a really cool feel and atmosphere for the game. And while it's not a huge deal, I definitely like this as a franchise guy and getting to see some of the kinds of things I'll get to work with once I get into franchise mode. Here is Big Ben coming out of the tunnel. Looks very cool there. This is a night game in Carolina. I had this one just be partly cloudy. Doesn't really make a huge difference because it is at night. Love seeing the fire and the smoke intros. And we get Cam Newton here flying through. Oh, and I had to score a touchdown with them as well. I wanted to get you guys a super cam, but of course Ricardo Allen had to give me a little late hit there in the end zone. Now here's Atlanta's new stadium, and it's just this center section that is open. So it's an interesting feel. It's an indoor stadium, but you still have the retractable roof there. It's kind of like the world's largest sunroof in a way. That's what I thought when I looked at it from this view. You have the option of playing with it open or closed, and I'm pretty sure it automatically handles that in franchise mode. They also have a similar feature to the Vikings' new stadium, where pretty much an entire end zone is glass, and you get a lot of sunlight shining through there. And as the time of day changes, the amount of light you get also changes with it, and you'll see that represented here in this clip, Atlanta with the closed roof against the New Orleans Saints. There you go. That's a really nice look there. And it was just shining basically into the red zone at this time. I forget if I had different time of day. And then when it's closed, the middle there kind of looks like the WWE Elimination Chamber. Here is the end zone with the glass. And there you go. And I just wanted to wrap up this video with some gameplay both in the rain and in the snow. Gameplay in the elements seems the same, and you'll see players slip, and usually at the worst moments on timing routes especially. Maybe avoid some of those 90-degree cuts on the ins and out routes. But the game looks good here. I like what the Frostbite engine has done for Madden 18. Let me know what you think of the weather and the appearance of everything down below in the comments section. What is your favorite kind of look for Madden? Mine would have to be the night games in the rain, although that late afternoon game in Seattle looked fantastic. We close things out here with some snow gameplay as we get the Pittsburgh Steelers out here. And just look, after a very short amount of time, how much snow has actually already disappeared from the middle of the field. This was the first drive of the game, and already it's clearing up nicely. I wish there was a little bit more chaos here for the snow games. Looking back at the Madden 17 snow gameplay I last had with the Ravens game in my Chargers franchise playoffs, I kind of like the effects of it better, although the snow itself looks better with the Frostbite engine here. The snow fades away more in Madden 17, whereas it kind of just disappears here, and it looks a little bit messy. So I like to see the snow improve for next year, for those fun late December games and the January playoff battles. But that'll about bring this one to an end. I'll have more Madden 18 content coming your way soon. I don't have much more gameplay time left on my Madden 18 EA Access, so I'll be waiting for Tuesday to play the Madden 18 GOAT Edition. Again, I have content here on this channel as well as my second. That's where I'll be playing Long Shot and my Ultimate Team. So make sure you're subscribed here as well as my second channel, MrHurriicane LP, and I'll have more Madden 18 content coming your way soon, including my franchise reveal in, I don't know, sometime midweek, for sure. Once I can play without a time limit, I'll get the clips I need and put together that video for you. So thanks for watching, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.